Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the week 3 novel activities. So, beginning with the 4 tasks that you all have to do, this week's summarising task is similar to last week. You have to focus on the 5 sentences of first, next, then, and finally. But instead of writing it this week, if you click on this Flipgrid icon, it will take you to the link for your novel's Flipgrid where you need to do an oral summary. So you might like to still write them down so you're able to read it, or alternatively, you need to tell us, summarise what has happened in the part that you have listened to or read using first, next, then, and finally. The example is still the same up here, the Goldilocks example, which says first Goldilocks came across a house, she decided to go in. Next, she decided to try the bowls of porridge on the table. The baby bear's porridge was just right. Then she tried to sit on their chairs. She broke baby bear's chair. Finally, she fell asleep while trying out the bear's beds. The bears came home to find her asleep. That's the summarising task. The second task, the connecting task, is similar to last week also because it's a similar skill, but this time you have to make a connection, comparing yourself or contrasting yourself, so finding the difference between you and a main character in the novel you are listening to or reading. So on this side, what makes me similar to the main character? You need to give us 2 reasons, which would be sentences about what things that character has, maybe physically, which is how they actually look, or maybe characteristics, what sort of person they are, or animal. And then on this side, you need to talk about what makes you different to that main character. So my example here, I am similar to Goldilocks because I am also a curious person. I like to ask questions, or if there is a place I am unfamiliar with, I like to explore it. I am not like Goldilocks, so that would go on this side, because I do not have long curly blonde hair, and I also don't help myself to other people's things and property without their permission. So where I have said I'm similar, I'm going to put them in these 2 boxes, and where I have said I'm different, that goes on this side. The third task, the word or sentence master task, is you need to select a wow word. So again, something that's interesting or exciting, unfamiliar, and you're going to put your word in this box up the top. Then you need to put the definition, what the word means, in your own words. So please don't copy and paste from online. It needs to be looked up, understood, and then you need to write what you think that word means. Write 4 or 5 words that mean something similar. So you might need to put that word in a thesaurus, or you might like to Google the word. You're trying to find synonyms, which means words that mean something similar. You've got to use that word in a sentence, so one sentence that word is in, and then draw the word down in this box here. Our last task is the illustrating task. So for this task, you have to create a text conversation between 2 characters to illustrate an important part within the chapter you have read this week. Now, if you only have 1 character, imagine that you are having a text conversation with the character and yourself, if there isn't 2 characters in the story. You need to click on this text above, and you have to make your own copy of the template. So you will click that, copy it, and add a new slide to your slideshow, and then add inside the words of the conversation between 2 characters, or possibly you and the main character if there is only 1. You'll see an example over here. There's a conversation between Mum and the wolf. Hi, Mum, can I go hunting with Jem? Are there guns involved? Yes, but Jem said we can go pig hunting and that doesn't include guns. No. Please, I will be safe. Fine. Yay, thanks. So the conversation goes on over here, but you'll see that you've got to picture what that character might be saying.